Hey sis, welcome back to Makeup and Mindset. Today we are going somewhere a little personal because this one does not just live in relationships or at work. This one lives at the dinner table, at family reunions, in the group chat. We're talking about what happens when you start growing and the people closest to you are not growing with you. Let me give you a scenario I know a lot of you are going to recognize. You start doing the work, reading, healing, setting boundaries, changing your habits. You start showing up differently. You start saying no to things that drain you. You start dreaming bigger than anyone in your family ever modeled for you. And instead of celebration, you get resistance. You think you better than us now? Why you always gotta be so different? That's not how we do things in this family. And suddenly, the people who are supposed to be your safe space, your safe place, right, feel like the biggest obstacle to your growth. Drop a heart if you've ever felt this. Because you are not alone. And you're not wrong for feeling it. Now, here's what I want you to understand first. Their resistance is not really about you. It's about them. When you change, you become a mirror. And some people are not ready to look at what your growth is reflecting back at them. Your healing makes their unhealed places visible. Your boundaries make their lack of boundaries uncomfortable. Your ambition makes their unlived dreams surface. And rather than sit with that discomfort, they push back at you. Not because you're wrong, because you are threatening the familiar. So what do? Because I'm not going to tell you to cut off your family. And I'm not going to tell you to shrink yourself to keep the peace either. Both of those are extremes. And the truth lives in the middle. So here's what actually works. You stop needing their permission to grow. You stop waiting for them to understand before you move forward. You stop explaining your choices to people who are committed to misunderstanding them. And you start separating love from agreement. You can love your family deeply and still refuse to let their ceiling become your ceiling. Those two things can coexist. Which part of this is hitting home for you right now? Tell me in the comments. I want to know. I want to know what you're navigating. Now, let me talk about the guilt, because that is what keeps most women stuck in this. Not the family's words, but the guilt those words create. You feel like growing means leaving people behind. You feel like wanting more means you're ungrateful for what you came from. You feel like your ambition is a betrayal. But sis, your growth is not a rejection of where you came from. It's an elevation of it. Every woman who breaks a generational pattern does it for the ones who come after her. Your healing is not just for you. Your growth is not just for you. And the guilt you feel, that is just the introjected belief that you have to stay small to belong. And that belief was deposited into you. It was never yours. So here's what I want you to practice this week. The next time someone in your family pushes back on your growth, pause before you react. Seems to be becoming a recurring theme, right? And remind yourself of 3 things. Their comfort is not your responsibility. Your growth does not require their approval. And love does not have to mean agreement. You are allowed to be the first one. The first one to heal. The first one to build wealth. The first one to set boundaries. The first one to choose themselves. Someone in your family line has to be first. And it gets to be you. So tell me in the comments, what is one thing you are giving yourself permission to be first at in your family? I want to celebrate you. So put it in the comments. And that is how you come home to yourself, darling. And I want you to know, new full episodes are dropping every Friday. It will be on our new home of YouTube. So check out full-length episodes there. And our mindset moments will be on all of the rest of our lovely platforms throughout the week. Of course, everything I use is linked in the bio, and I'll see you in the next one, sis.